We met at a restaurant bar called Twisted Sister. I don't think it's around anymore. And it was girls' night out, and he found his way over to me to come talk to me and asked for my number, but I told him it was girls' night out. And so I told him, but I'd love to get his number and talk to him later. And so he came and found me and invited me over for a cookout the next day.
True.
Sunday barbecue.
Well, we first met when we were 5 years old. We went to the same church. And then when we were in 4th grade, we became best friends and we hung out all the time together.
I really didn't have any game. I don't have any game. So my whole thing was to find out like what I could relate to her. And luckily the restaurant had a ping pong table. And so as they were playing ping pong, I had to find out what was going on in the game, because that's a big thing that I do, is watch bar ping pong. And so she happened to be over there by that. And so I struck up a really good conversation around ping pong, which girls dig. And so that was,
Totally.
that's kind of how it worked from there. It was really good.
He had me at ping pong.
At ping pong,
Sure,
right,
totally.
yeah. Spin serve. It's impressive.
Great night.
Through 4th grade into middle school, and then we kind of for about a year stopped talking to each other. Clifton was in a tough relationship, and throughout that year he ended up having a child, and after that the friends that he thought he had ended up not being so much friends anymore, and so he and I started hanging out again, and we just realized through the next couple of years that we really liked each other, and so we started dating, and 9 years later we ended up getting married.
Honestly, we were so prepared before marriage. Okay, take 3. You know, it's interesting because we'd spent so much time together before marriage and did counseling and got ready for marriage, answered a lot of questions that we had, and, you know, spent a lot of time together. So we really not a lot surprised us. I guess the one thing is just having to answer to somebody else, kind of working together with finances and things like that. You're not on your own anymore.
I was surprised by how hard it was and how tough it was for us to get along. We'd been dating for 9 years and got along pretty well, but it seemed like the day that we got married, it kind of made it a little more difficult living together all the time and being together constantly.
I was surprised on how much I got to see her naked. It was kind of awesome. Well, I was honestly surprised. But another one is, the tough part for me was having to make decisions as a family for more than myself. It became less about me and being less selfish and more about you know, what was going to be good for both of us long term.
One of the best ways that we found that we're going to try to survive our marriage in the world as it is right now is to look up to other people around us, other godly couples who have made it thus far and have a lot more experience than we do.
We feel like we're going to make it because, well, first and foremost, we have God, the center of our relationship. Everything we do revolves around Him. When we have a big decision, financial, personal, family, we just pray about it and go to God first and kind of put it in perspective that way. And it kind of helps us take our selfish nature out of it in the big decisions.
I think that traveling helps.
I'm
gone quite a bit. Like, God is the ultimate tiebreaker for us. So we always look for answers to our problems and our arguments or whatever else in the Bible. And so we prayerfully consider something, and then when we're still disagreeing, you know, then we make a decision based on, you know, counsel from other people or looking to what God's Word said. So it's not like you're right, I'm right, and somebody wins and loses. It's literally, this is what we're supposed to do. We both believe in this with our whole hearts. So here's the God, here's our dad who says, do this, and so we just do it. So, I mean, I think that helps a tremendous amount.